What's up, guys? My name is Josh Forti, and I've got to give a huge, major shout out to Daxie Perez and Ryan Helms over at Legacy Podcasting. And I want to ask you here real quick, please just listen to this entire testimonial because I want to tell you what they did for me, for my podcast, for the launch that we did. I'm going to give numbers. I'm going to do the whole 9 yards here because it's incredible, and I want to convince you to hire them. So I've been thinking about doing a podcast for probably 5 or 6 months before I met and worked with Ryan and Daxie. And I'm a very busy person. At the time, I had 2 different businesses that I was running. I travel a lot with work, and I am very, very picky about, first off, the testimonials that I give, but even more importantly than that, who I work with, who I associate myself with. I work with some big clientele and have a pretty large audience on social media in my niche and what I do. And so quality is incredibly important to me, and making sure that I had a good launch that didn't flop, that didn't fail was also very important to me. Okay. So as I was going through this process, I'm like, if I'm going to pay out money for someone, I don't want someone that's going to be sell me on a bunch of stuff where I get 200 downloads, right? It just doesn't make sense. There's got to be an ROI there for me. They've got to make the process simple. And I value my time. I value my time a lot. And for me as an entrepreneur, and if you're listening right now, if you're that person that values time in there, for me, focus is everything. Okay. So being able to focus on what I do best and not worry about things, that's super important. I pay someone literally just to take care of everything that I don't want to in my life, just so that I can focus on what I do want to go do. All right. So my biggest concern in this podcast was, first and foremost, it's going to take away from what I want to do. All right. It's going to take away from my focus and my, what I do in my business. And second, is this actually going to go over well? Is it going to resonate with my audience? Am I going to get the downloads? Am I going to get the exposure that I need? Is it worth the actual investment and the ROI? And so when Daxie came and he sat down with me and he can, he walked me through the process of everything. He said, here's what we're going to do. And this, I asked him, I said, dude, I want to go with you. I like the process. I like what you show me, but these are the 2 areas of concern. I was like, dude, I want focus and I want quality, right? Focus and quality. I want to be able to forget about it and know that you guys are going to follow through, know that you guys are going to get everything out on time, know that you guys, I can't be following up with everything. Oh my gosh. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Ryan and Daxie, above and beyond expectations. So as we went through the process, they made it very, very clear. We sat down, they did the application process or the survey process, whatever it is that they do, their onboarding thing. I got access to a login portal with all the information for what I needed to do. And more importantly, it was also organized. So I have a team, right? So I pass it off to my assistant and I say, hey, this is what we need. All the videos are there. Everything's organized. Everything's clean. Everything's clear. Their onboarding process was awesome. And they were very transparent with everything that they were doing. They had amazing insight on what other people were doing and had really good recommendations, but were also flexible with what I wanted because I'm a pain in the butt to work with. I have very specific things like I want this, and I would make them go back and redo stuff. Do it. Done deal. And fast turnaround time, high quality, good to go. They put together a campaign for launch that we followed very closely, and they had a step-by-step of here's what we want to do, partnered up with my combined skills of that, and we went and we did the launch. And on top of their fee, I think I maybe spent $500 on the launch to do a giveaway or whatnot. In the first 19 days of the launch, we did over 5,000 downloads on the podcast. We're on day 21, I think it was 5,400 or 5,500 in the first 3 weeks. It was over 5,500 downloads on the podcast itself. The engagement rate and the feedback that we've gotten back from the people that are listening that are absolutely loving it. Ryan and Daxie did an amazing job to make sure that the sound quality, in fact, this mic that I'm talking on right now was because of their recommendation to make sure that I had good quality speakers, good quality microphone and things of that nature. The graphics, the website that they did a website for me. Everything automatically populates. It looks sharp. It looks clean. It looks professional. I've gotten compliments on it. I could not recommend them enough. They will do what you ask them to do. They will go and deliver above and beyond. They are good quality. They have fast turnaround time. They allowed me to go do and stay focused on what I wanted to do. I sit down, I record my podcast episode, I upload it to them, I tell them what I want, and they take care of the rest. Everything else is done. It's a smooth process. It allows me to get my message out to my audience, cultivate that audience, them to become customers, loyal audiences, loyal fans down the road, building my brand, which is why I have a podcast, is to build my brand, and still allow me to focus on what I do best. And the quality was there. I could not recommend these enough. There's a lot of people out there that say they know podcasting or say they have good numbers, but they're all over the place. They're scatterbrained. These guys know podcasting, and they're in it for the long run. I've watched Daxie and Ryan from the beginning, since before this, and I've watched them build out this agency. I've watched them build out what they do, and they're very professional, they're very serious, and they're very focused, and I couldn't be more excited to give this testimonial for them. So please, if you are thinking about it, don't even think any longer. If you're in your head, I need a podcast, these are the people that you need. Flat out, hands down, hire them, and they will over-deliver on all your expectations. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Daxie. I appreciate both of you guys and look forward to working with you for a very long time ongoing. And for those of you that want to know my podcast, it's called The Think Different Theory. They're the ones behind it, all right? Think Different Theory. Check it out. You can see the work that they did. I am more than happy. Critique it. It's awesome. I could not be happier. So thanks, guys. Talk to y'all soon.